Now we are live. What's going on, guys? Sorry for the misunderstanding. I messed up pretty big when trying to set up this live stream, and that was not a good thing on my part. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this venture. This is gonna be a fun one at that. I'm excited, making sure the audio is working, but someone is talking in the background. Don't know why that is going. All right, so we are officially going live. We are working. I think everything is here. We are live talking the Oscar 2020 winner predictions. These are my predictions for who will win the Oscars this year. Thank you so much for anyone joining in the live chat. Now, if you're joining us live, make sure to follow me as we go through. Anytime I get to a award, I'm going to look at the live chat, see if anyone's putting anything. We're going to discuss it down there in a little bit. Then we're going to get to the next award. And if you're catching this on the replay, don't be worried as well. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what your Oscar predictions are. That's what's going to be fun about this whole entirety, is getting your guys' involvement inside of this. And make sure, again, if you guys are new here, to hit that like and subscribe button. Smack it as hard as you can. Hit it for Oscar gold like that. I got my own Oscar right here, and I want you guys to be along for the journey with me. So make sure, again, guys, to hit that like and subscribe button. Looks like we have 4 likes and 2 dislikes. So thank you so much for hitting that dislikes. Glad that we are here discussing these live chats. And in general, this is some of my favorite things to possibly do, is kind of just do these more laid back live streams with you guys. And in general, I am kind of still playing around with the live stream setup, so thank you guys so much for kind of bearing with me on that part. I do see some of you guys are joining in the live chat. Kevin Lego Films, Sammy, Brandon Cobb, Jack Benner, Kevin's Lego Films, and David Calmier. Thank you so much for joining me. I see there are 13 of you guys, and hopefully more people will join as we start this discussion. So guys, just thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be a fun blast. Again, thank you to you guys. I will be actually going to Sundance starting next week from now. I'm actually going to be flying out to Sundance, so look out for a couple small content here and there, and it's gonna be fun in that whole entirety. I am looking forward to going on that trip, and I just want to kind of give you guys an update in that sense. Thank you, because without you, I wouldn't be able to go as press and wouldn't be able to cover it. So, this is gonna be fun. I see a lot of you guys are joining in, and I'm so excited to go over my discussions. And I just want to say again, thank you. It means a lot how much has kind of gone into this part, and I do have a couple more Oscar videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. Well, in the next 2 weeks, in a sense. When I'm at Sundance, I will have some videos planned as I'm gone. One of them will be ranking all the best pictures. Some people want me to do actor and actress. I'm still debating on doing that one. That one just depends on the time. I also will discuss, I'm also having a best Sundance films tomorrow, like what films you should check out if you're heading to Sundance, the ones I'm most looking forward to. There's going to be kind of videos going into that part. A lot of you guys are asking me for Blu-ray hauls. That's going to be happening. So in general, I just want to say thank you for all that. That's gonna be fun, and I'm glad that many of you guys are able to join me in this morning live stream, because I love doing it. So thank you guys so much. We got the muscles, we got the hat, we got me laid back, because I actually just woke up like less than an hour ago, and this is gonna be fun, guys. So 2020 Oscar winner predictions. Let's get to it. Starting with I'm kind of just going whatever's on the Oscar website. We're going to writing an original screenplay. And the nominations for this one was Knives Out, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. For me, the clear frontrunner for this one is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I would be pretty shocked if Quentin Tarantino did not win this. But I think if it does come down to a winner and who could possibly take this from him, is Noah Baumbach or Bong Joon-ho. But don't be surprised if Rian Johnson is a dark horse for Knives Out. That's kind of how I look at it. But I do think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will be taking this one. And kind of just looking in the live chat, I see Trailer Recuts is here, and Quentin Tarantino looks to be his pick. Jack Benner's also. And yeah, a lot of you guys are saying Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that's kind of the one. And Hunger Games, I want Knives Out to win. Definitely my favorite script of this year. Knives Out's a great one. I'm actually really sad that Jojo Rabbit, this is original, so yeah, never mind. Go away from what I was trying to say with Jojo Rabbit. But it looks like should win Marriage Story, will win Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Good saying that. Tarantino will get it, though I would personally give it to Marriage Story. Man, I'm kind of in both parts. This is a very strong year for film in general. This was a very fascinating film. And as I see many of you guys are still saying Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I would go as far as say Marriage Story could win possibly, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's kind of won every other award leading up. So it is in that whole entirety. Personally, for me, Parasite would probably be the one I like. If I had to pick my favorite one, I'd probably pick Parasite. That's probably my personal pick. And if I were to rank these nominations from a script wise, I would probably do Parasite, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Knives Out, Marriage Story, 1917. and they're all great. I think 1917 truly is kind of the weakest one for me. Not the weakest film, but the weakest script, because a lot of it is just set pieces and stuff, and I think that comes more from a directing standpoint, but still, good script overall. Let's move into Best Script Adapted Screenplay, which the nominations were The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, and The Two Popes. So this one's a little bit weird. For me, I'm going to go with a gut feeling. I think Little Women has it. I think I think Greta Gerwig's going to win this one. But I wouldn't be shocked if Joker won. And I think Joker and Jojo Rabbit are going to be the dark horse in this one. But I really think that Little Women is the front runner for this one. But like I said, I think Jojo Rabbit and Joker are the dark horse, with The Irishman and The Two Popes kind of coming down below. Like, not going to win it, but, you know, I just, there's something about those three films that really stick out to me. And when you think about those movies, for me, it's the script that really made a lot for those movies. So, my personal pick would Jojo Rabbit win. My personal pick is Jojo Rabbit wins. I love Jojo Rabbit. But if I was to look at best writing adapted screenplay, I would choose Little Women. I think Little Women, kind of going with a gut feeling on that one. And if I were to rank these ones, I would probably do it as Jojo Rabbit, Little Women, or Jojo Rabbit, The Irishman, Little Women, The Two Popes, Joker. And that doesn't go against Joker. I love Joker. I thought the other scripts are so strong. And kind of jumping into the live chat, good morning to you, Damian Scott. Kevin Lego Films Joker would love to see Jojo Rabbit win, but I'm happy if Irishman and Little Women wins. I'm predicting Little Women is gonna win adapted screenplay. Joker, Jojo Rabbit should definitely, with the foreshadowing with the shoes, the visual, totally. I swear if Joker wins, Little Women will win this one for best adapted screenplay. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Little Women might take adapted screenplay, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jojo Rabbit, me too. Like, Joker wasn't really that great. It was just standard. I love to see Jojo Rabbit. A24 after winning for Moonlight, we're going to be the next Fox Searchlight every year. Neon, hold my beer. Neon's kind of bad at marketing too. I was actually a little bit worried for Parasite, to be completely honest. I mean, the script was just standard. Yeah, and I think a lot of us are kind of feeling that same way. So let's move into visual effects, which the nominees were Avengers Endgame, Irishman, Lion King, 1917, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. For this, I mean, my personal pick's Endgame, but I'm going to be honest, I think Lion King's going to win this one. I think Lion King is going to win it, or The Irishman, even though you could kind of pinpoint some things in The Irishman. I wouldn't be surprised if 1917 won. I'd be surprised if Star Wars won, so gut feeling Lion King's gonna win. Dark Horses, Irishman, or 1917 win, and then Avengers Endgame, I actually don't think wins this. That's my personal pick. I mean, if I were to choose my personal one, I think I would go Endgame, from a visual effects standpoint. Endgame, 1970 or Endgame, Irishman, Lion King, 1917, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. They're all great nominations, but that's how I kind of would have it for the visual effects department. I mean, they all did good. I think someone just said Irishman had bad effects. Honestly, for me, when I saw it in theaters, it didn't stick out to me, especially even on a second rewatch. So I don't think so. I think people will vote for what they like here and pick Endgame. I agree. A lot of websites are predicting Endgame is going to win visual effects. That's the one I would hope for, but something just tells me Lion King has it. And, you know, things can surprise us. I will be so happy, though, if Endgame wins. Let's move into sound mixing, which nominees were Ad Astra. Thank God Ad Astra got something. Ford v Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. For me, it's Ford v Ferrari or 1917 that's going to win this. I don't see any of the other awards. Joker could be a dark horse because I know I was kind of like, why Joker? But if you look behind the scenes of what they had to do for the sound mixing, it is quite impressive. I would love for Ad Astra to win. I just don't see it winning, but I see Ford v Ferrari or 1917 pulling this one out. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will probably be the same. I see Paolo's in here. Love that Ad Astra got in. Me too, man. I was so excited. Ford v Ferrari is great. 1910, it really goes down between the both. I will say, though, since 1917 looks to be the clear front runner, I won't be surprised if 1917 wins this. But Ford v Ferrari was really good. Sound editing wise, we got Ford v Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Again, gonna stick with either Ford v Ferrari, 1917. Most likely 1917 for this one, but dark horse Ford v Ferrari or Joker. And yeah. Best short film live action. Haven't seen any of these, so can't really speak on them. If you can, please put it in the live chat. Moving into short film animated, the only one I've seen is Hair Love and Kit Bull. Really loved Hair Love, though. So I hope that one wins. Moving into production design, we have The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. So my heart would love if Parasite won this, because I think the production design in this is insane, is insanity. But I think 1917 has this one. And same thing goes. This is a tough one because this is a very stacked. Because 1917, what it does with the trenches and everything within it, it just puts you inside of it. Jojo Rabbit did something special, bringing the World War II flair, or World War II flair. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the way that they transformed everything, the feeling that it's this time period. And then The Irishman, I mean, does the same thing. I would go as far to say I think 1917 has this one because of how insane they had to do with all the trench stuff and whatnot. But I wouldn't be surprised if Once Upon a Time in Hollywood won. I think the dark horse in this one is Parasite, though, to win it. And yeah, I don't see The Irishman or Jojo Rabbit winning just because we've seen those kind of things before. It's 1917 Once Upon a Time's kind of game in this one. I think when it comes down to the whole films in general, it's really going to come down to those. Coming down to the best original song, I can't let you throw yourself away. I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocketman. I'm Standing With You from Breakthrough. Stand Up from Harriet. And Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. Winner is going to be I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocketman. But my personal pick week, I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away. I love that song. I'm so happy it got in. I won't be surprised, though, if Frozen 2 wins. I know Into the Unknown's kind of the big one, but since it didn't get in for Best Animated Feature, it kind of worries me in that whole part. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Best Original Score, we have Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, and Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Gut feeling Joker wins it. I think Hildur is going to take it, and I'm honestly not even against it. I know a lot of people want Thomas Newman for 1917. His score is incredible in 1917, but there's just something about Hildur's score and what it does for Joker is just incredible. These are all great scores. I am a little sad, though, that John Williams got it. I know it's more of a legacy thing in that part, but I think Michael Abels for Us should have got in, or Alan Silvestri for Avengers Endgame. Yeah, and I know people wanted me to do a video on snubs. I am doing a video, top 10 films that got snubbed at the Oscars. So do look forward to that. I think I'm going to be putting it up on next Sunday or Monday. So look out for that. Going back to the live chat, I love that Astra should have gotten visual effects. Totally agree. I like how Skyfall and Zero Dark 30 both won for sound editing. Maybe the same could happen here. Could. They built that fucking house in Parasite. I mean, come on. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a stacked year, and that's why I think Parasite should win. I'm Gonna Love Me Again, boy. I'm Gonna Love Me Again should win. Totally agree. I'm still sad Glass Glow. I have not seen Wild Rose yet, and I need to. Best Original Score, Alan Silvestri. Yeah, sadly he's not in there. 1917, Joker had fantastic scores. I'll be happy if either wins. Agree. Rocketman will win Best Original Song. While I'm happy I Can't Let You got in, I would have put in... I do agree. I would have rather they put in Ballad of a Lonesome Cowboy. I thought that was the better song in Toy Story 4, but I'm just happy one of them got in. I would have to put in Parasite for score. I mean, how do you not nominate? That's another one. How do you not nominate Parasite for score? It's insanity. There's stuff like this where I'm just like, really? You didn't nominate that one? Come on, man. But for me, I would put Joker. I think so. If I was gonna rank these scores, I'd probably put Joker, 1917, Marriage Story, Little Women, Star Wars. As kind of how I would rank it. I think Star Wars' score was great. I just think when it comes to Best Original Score, they kind of mixed in stuff of the other movies, and I kind of feel like we could have gotten stuff in there. I will say, though, Rey's, theme is incredible, and I'm so happy they've, kept that along for the ride this whole entire time. And someone just asked, where's Cats? Nowhere to be found, because Cats sucks. Moving into makeup and hairstyling, the nominations were Bombshell, Joker, Judy, Maleficent, and 1917. For me, Bombshell. If Bombshell does not win this, it's a travesty because of what they did with Charlize Theron's character. I mean, Joker could have a chance too, but for me, there's just something about Bombshell that really... They transformed Charlize Theron into Megyn Kelly. Come on. We can't go any further than that one. It's really something else for that whole thing. Someone just wrote also, I agree Bombshell should win. Parasite score is integral to the thrill of the film. I agree. And again, that's kind of goes into that department. I don't think Neon is the best at marketing films. I think this film is truly because of how great it is. But yeah, Bombshell's going to win makeup and hairstyling. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. International feature film. We have Corpus Christi, Honeyland, Les Miserables, Parasite, and Pain and Glory. So, Parasite's going to win this. But if it doesn't, it wins Best Picture. I'll say that. If Parasite does not win Best International Feature Film, it will win Best Picture. And if it doesn't win, it will be Pain and Glory that will end up winning it. But I think Parasite has it in the end of the day. I think Parasite was an excellent film. I don't think it will win Best Picture. I think a lot of people want it to, but if you didn't get to see Pain and Glory, definitely check that out. I did see Corpus and Les Mis. They are good films. I want to see Honeyland. But there's nothing compared to Parasite or Pain and Glory. They're both really, really good. And yeah, and someone just wrote, I feel like because Bombshell is falling off the radar, Judy or Joker can pull an upset. That is true, but I think when people look back at Bombshell and they read the nominations when they're voting, they'll be like, man, they did transform her into Megyn Kelly. So, and same, someone just said, I didn't love Bombshell, but the makeup was incredible, especially on Charlize Theron and John Lithgow. Totally agree. Like, I mean, God, I'm so happy Charlize got the nomination. Moving into the next category, we have Best Film Editing, which the nominations were Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, and Parasite. I think for this one, gut feeling, I think The Irishman gets it. I haven't even looked at anyone else's list, but I think The Irishman gets it just because it's a 3.5-hour movie, and the fact that you trim it down, it doesn't feel like it. That's great. Won't be surprised though if Parasite or Joker wins. That's the truth. Wouldn't be surprised if either of those won. Saying Ford v Ferrari is probably the dark horse in this one to win though, if I'm being completely honest in that department. And thank you guys again. I see there are 27 of you guys in this live stream, so thank you so much for joining. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you're catching this later on the replay, or feel free to join in the live chat. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. And also make sure to hit that like button because it helps the channel. It puts me up and higher in the algorithm, and that's how you can help support me. Going back to the live chat. Schools in LA might as well raise money with charities to donate to small. Honestly, might as well. I think Ford v Ferrari gets film editing. I won't be surprised on that one. Ford v Ferrari had pretty awesome editing. I'll be happy if that wins, but I'll be okay if The Irishman wins. The Irishman should win this, making a 3.5-hour movie such fun is an achievement by Thelma. I literally 100% agree with that. That's kind of why I'm going with The Irishman, because it didn't feel like 3 hours, but also they could back up against that. So who knows? Next one we have best documentary short subject. Haven't seen those. Documentary feature, I've only seen American Factory and The Edge of Democracy. I'd probably go with American Factory from what I've seen. Now we move into Best Director. We have The Irishman, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. I think this is a two-man winning thing in here. I think 1917 Sam Mendes is going to win this, but Bong Joon-ho is the dark horse. Bong Joon-ho is the dark horse. I'm just saying Sam Mendes because I think 1917 is kind of the big front runner for a lot of different awards. And there's just something about that film. But again, you know, a lot of us had issues with, and I'm actually going to be doing a video of best directed, female directed films, which I'm collaborating with a lot of different female critics. And I mean, I would have taken out Joker. I would have even probably taken out Martin Scorsese. I love both. I mean, you guys know I love The Irishman, and I really like Joker, but I would have put in Lulu Wang and Greta Gerwig for what they did for their films, and maybe that's a little bit of bias, especially with Lulu, because I love The Farewell. It was my third favorite film of last year. But, yeah, I'm just, you know, there's films like that that kind of, you know, Quentin Tarantino I probably would have even taken out for directing, too. I mean, I think it's Bong Joon-ho or Sam Mendes' year, personally, and I think Sam Mendes gets it. I really do, but I would be so happy if Bong Joon-ho. But also, they could do the same thing they did for Roma, where, Roma didn't win Best Picture, but, what is it? Roma didn't win Best Picture, but they gave the award to, Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. And then Green Book won Best Picture. So we could get into that category where, in general, they could pretty much give Bong Joon-ho an Oscar because he'll win for Best Feature Film. Directing will probably go to Sam Mendes. And then I think Picture, we'll get to that soon. But I have a feeling that's kind of how they're going to go this year. Just something in my gut's telling me. Moving to Best Costume Design, we have The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Little Women. For me, I think this is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's to lose. The costume design is incredible in there, and I think a lot of people will look at Joker. Joker's kind of a dark horse in there, but there's just something about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and what they were able to bring to that flair of the whole thing. And kind of going into the chat, I see Parasite getting the Eddie was a shocker. Endgame needs Oscars for demolishing Hulk. It's between Sam Mendes and Bong Joon-ho. A lot of you guys saying the same thing that I just said. Usually best direction of the film will win best picture. Not necessarily, though, because the last few years it's been a little bit different, especially when it came out in A Green Book and Roma. Sam Mendes should definitely win best director since he excellently pulled off a one-take World War I film. Trailer recuts. Let's find the two who dislike this video and kindly ask them to unsubscribe. Who knows? They gave me a view, so that's all that cares. Todd Phillips' direction was good, but nothing spectacular. Bong Must Win. 1917 is one of the best war films. I haven't seen Little Women, but Lulu Wang did an incredible job. Surprisingly, I would have put in James Mangold. I feel, yeah, Ford v Ferrari, I'm actually surprised it didn't get more attention. Personally, I would have also put in James Mangold. Where's Cats? Cats is nowhere to be found. We are never discussing Cats again. I think it's going to be Little Women for costume design. And Little Women could win. Little Women could possibly win. I feel like a lot of female directors who are noticed, Greta Gerwig, Olivia Wilde, get attention partially because they are privileged by the fact that I don't think so. I think a lot of it is just because it's also a story when an actress comes from being an actress and then goes into directing. Similar thing when an actor goes from being an actor to also directing. There are such strong directing this year, and I'm actually gonna go as far as say this. I was gonna do a separate video on this, but I'll just say it in here. A lot of people have issues. I think for some of these categories, they need to expand it to 8 to 10 nominations. I think directing, acting, and best picture. And I honestly think, don't play this game of, oh, well, we might be able. No, just do all 10. Just fill in all 10. And I think that would be cool. There's so many more movies being made every year that you have to at least be able to add in. I know it's not everyone's going to love that opinion, but I 100% think that's kind of how it has to go and how I kind of want it to go, because film is so big and I want so many of these films to kind of get that recollection that it deserves. So kind of just keep that in mind when you think about these things. But costume design definitely going to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I know Little Women's probably the dark horse. Really, all those are, but I would give it to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling on that one. Moving into cinematography, we have The Irishman, Joker, The Lighthouse, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So if 1917 does not win this, it's a shame. It's a fucking shame. Like, there's not a single reason that 1917 should not win this award, but wouldn't be surprised if Joker wins it. Wouldn't be surprised. Very happy the Lighthouse got in there, but I don't see it winning. Could pull up an upset. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I would be pretty happy if that happened, but I do think 1917 has this one. I think Roger Deakins is going to get his second Oscar win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Joker wins either. Going over the live chat. Dolomite should have gone in costumes. That was a good costumes one. I always hate when they don't go to 10. Yeah, same. Agreed. They should definitely increase the number of nominations. 1917 is definitely winning. Deakins did an incredible job. 1917, should I say more? I would not be surprised if 1917 would win. It deserves it. 100% agree with all you guys. Now we get into Best Animated Feature Film, which is How to Train Your Dragon, I Lost My Body, Claws, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4. You guys know my personal pick. It's Toy Story 4. I love Toy Story. It's my favorite film of last year, so of course I would want it to win. Something tells me it's not going to win, though, and it will break my fucking heart if it doesn't win. So for me, I have a feeling, I think a Netflix film is, I don't know. For me, I want to go, I'm going to still stick to my gut feeling Toy Story 4 wins this one, but won't be surprised if I Lost My Body or Missing Link pull up an upset. Same with How to Train Your Dragon. But I really think Toy Story 4 still has it in the bag. Fingers crossed. Don't want it to lose out on that one. You guys know how much I love Toy Story. Pretty disappointed that Adam Sandler didn't get a nom for Best Actor. Yeah, we'll be talking about that. Toy Story 4, though, I will be happy if Dragon's Claws win. Toy Story 4 should win. I love it. It's so heartwarming, emotional, great animation, comedy, everything. Yeah, it was straight up my favorite film of last year for good reason. Toy Story 4 should and will win, but I appreciate how diverse the film is. I'm just glad Claus got nominated, but Toy Story 4 will win, which I'm hoping it does. Me too. I mean, I'll be so sad if it doesn't win. I just love Toy Story, and I was one of the ones that said, man, I'm excited for another adventure, but so worried because the third one ended perfectly, and I thought this one just expanded it perfectly into a new dynamic of what they could do possibly with Toy Story, and that's what's impressed me the most. That's really what impressed me the most, and it's going to be definitely an interesting shakeup, to say the least. Moving into actresses in supporting role. Now, just so you guys know, we are getting to the final kind of few nominations. So if you guys have any live Q&A answer or questions and answers, I like to end these in that kind of way. I'll be taking a couple, so make sure to kind of leave them in the live chat if you want to talk about anything else. If not, then whatever. We'll just not talk, and I'll go home and go to the gym and all that stuff. Actress in supporting role, we have Kathy Bates, Laura Dern, Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, and Margot Robbie. So I'm gonna be the honest one. I think Scarlett Johansson should win for Jojo Rabbit. I she was flippin' incredible in this. I think Laura Dern is good in Marriage Story, but I thought she did way better in Little Women. But I will say, I think Scarlett Johansson or Florence Pugh, those are my personal picks. Those are the ones that, like, if I wanted someone to win, those are my personal picks. Do I think they win? No. Laura Dern has it. If Laura Dern does not win, this is her award to lose. If she does not win it at this point, I will be utterly shocked. And I'm curious to hear what you guys think of the same part. And I'm going to kind of jump back into the live chat. And again, 30 of you guys are watching right now. Why do we only have 24 likes? Make sure to hit that like button, guys. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well. I think it's a fourth sequel will not win. It will be some original film. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I think Scarlett Johansson should win. I feel like anime films should get back into the Best Picture race. Toy Story 4. Honestly, that's what I was actually going to say. I think it should have been in there. I feel Laura Dern not winning could be the surprise upset. I feel like Scarlett might win it. And that's kind of where I'm feeling as well. It's kind of like a weird upset that could possibly happen. Scarlett 100% sure wins. She needs the award. I would love to see Florence Pugh win, but Laura Dern was good, and I'll be happy if she wins. Joker will win 4 of the 11 nominations. That's not bad. I kind of agree with that. I know some people are questioning why Laura Dern keeps winning for Marriage Story. Me too. I mean, I thought she was good, but she isn't doing anything new. And I just sat there and went, there's better films, there's better performances. Honestly, I would freaking freak out if Florence Pugh won. Margot Robbie, I'd be happy if she won, but really, for me, my two favorite performances was Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson. Laura Dern was good. Kathy Bates was good. I mean, Zhao Zhao from Farewell should have been in here, and she wasn't. So, kind of just sad on that whole part. Well, let's move into Best Actor in a Supporting Role. We have Tom Hanks, Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, and Brad Pitt. I would have 100% taken Anthony Hopkins out of here and put someone else in. I think it's insane that they nominated him. He's good, but come on. This was Jonathan Pryce's award. Totally. I think Thomasin McKenzie should have been campaigned and nominated over ScarJo. I agree, and they did campaign her. It's just kind of harder for those actresses. Willem Dafoe. Yep, Willem Dafoe should have been nominated here. And kind of jumping in, for me, I think Brad Pitt has this award in the bag. He's personally my favorite pick. But my other favorite pick would be Joe Pesci. I think Pesci did such an incredible job. Pacino was good. Tom Hanks was really great. Anthony Hopkins is fine. It's whatever. But Brad Pitt should and will win this award. It's my personal pick. Joe Pesci, I wouldn't mind if he won. I love Joe Pesci. A lot of you guys are saying Brad Pitt. Joe Pesci could make an upset. Everyone, Tom Hanks says, I want Tom Hanks. Someone saying Dafoe got snubbed bad. If JoJo wins Best Picture, maybe they will give support. Maybe. Pesci also could win it. I'd be cool with it. I think Brad Pitt will win, but I really want Pacino to win. Pacino will split the votes. Brad will take it. Pitt is my personal favorite. Everything you guys are saying in the live chat, I 100% agree with. Moving into actress in a leading role, we have Cynthia Erivo, Scarlett Johansson, Saoirse Ronan, Charlize Theron, and Renee Zellweger. My personal pick, Scarlett or Charlize. Who's gonna win this? I'm not gonna say Renee Zellweger. And that might be blasphemy. I'm probably gonna eat my words because she probably will win it. I think Scarlett Johansson gets it. Or Charlize. I think both of them might pull an upset in this one. But again, I think Renee is the front runner everyone's talking about. I think once we hear the SAG Awards tonight, I'm gonna be kind of being like, should have picked Renee. But I think this is kind of a Glenn Close situation where Judy didn't get that many nominations, and it was kind of just an okay film where I thought The Wife was an excellent film, but for me, Glenn Close gave an excellent performance in there, and she lost out to Olivia Colman, where really the whole race kind of seemed like it was between Olivia Colman, Lady Gaga, and Glenn Close. This one kind of seems like it's between Scarlett Johansson and Renee Zellweger. I kind of have a feeling that could happen, but since Scarlett did get the double nom, they could split the vote, so my personal pick, Scarlett Johansson, and I could change it, so I might do an updated Oscar thing later down the road. But Renee Zellweger is not going to win it. I think Scarlett Johansson wins. And jumping over to the live chat, I'm really curious to hear what a lot of you guys are saying. A lot of you guys are saying Scarlett as well. Winner, Awkwafina and Lupita, absolutely both of them are snubbed. I would have personally taken out Cynthia Erivo and Renee Zellweger and put both of them in. I hope Scarlett wins. Scarlett because she's great. Marriage Story. Renee Zellweger was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. Never seen it. Heard it was terrible. Don't ever plan on watching it. I hope Ronan wins for Little Women. Ronan was incredible. I mean, I wouldn't be mad either. The problem with Scarlett is people might vote for her in supporting and vote for someone else. And that's exactly what I think. It could be kind of split down that middle in that part. And that's why I think Renee has a better chance this year than Glenn Close because of that stuff. It could be like Jamie Foxx nominated for Collateral and one for Ray in the same year. That is true. Renee will win. I've been saying for months that Scarlett Johansson's popularity can help her win this. And that's kind of how I'm feeling as well for this. So I'm going to stick with Scarlett. Even though I'm probably going to be wrong. Best actor in a leading role, we have Antonio Banderas, Leonardo DiCaprio, Adam Driver, Joaquin Phoenix, and Jonathan Pryce. So I'm going to say this. I think DiCaprio is going to start kind of becoming the Meryl Streep of the Oscar category. He was excellent in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But for me, I would have probably taken him and Jonathan Pryce out and put in Adam Sandler, definitely, and Taron Egerton. Antonio Banderas is incredible in Pain and Glory. Won't win. Adam Driver is insanely amazing in Marriage Story. Won't win. Could pull an upset. DiCaprio's great. I loved his performance. Jonathan Pryce is excellent in The Two Popes. When it comes down to the other performances I mentioned, I thought they deserved it. But the one I haven't talked about is the one who should and will win it, and that's Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. When he got attached to this, I remember saying, this film's going to the Oscars. And I remember also saying that Joaquin Phoenix, and I will say this, Joaquin Phoenix is the best working actor today. He's the best working actor today. Daniel Day-Lewis retired. That means we have Joaquin Phoenix as the best working actor. I think DiCaprio and Driver are both in that conversation as well. And I just think there's something about what Phoenix does with the Joker that is transformative. And if he doesn't win, he'll never win. And a comic book film will never win anything because he was just incredible. I see someone, Adam Sandler deserves to win. And honestly, I saw Uncut Gems for a sixth time again, and it's a travesty that he shouldn't win. The Safdie brothers are going to be the next Martin Scorsese. It's a shame he didn't get nominated. That was the second best performance last year. If they wanted a black actress nomination, they should have. Totally. Lupita was fantastic. For me, it's Kylo Ren or Joker. You know what I'm saying. Hope Adam Driver wins. That scene is Marriage Story alone. He deserves the Oscar for. Absolutely. He's fantastic. And Joaquin has this, and I'm happy, but I'm sad Adam Driver ended up competing with him because I want to. Yeah, if Phoenix wasn't in there, I think this would be Adam Driver's year. But the thing about Adam Driver is he's such an excellent. I mean, all these people are. We'll probably end up seeing him get nominated again. I mean, he turned in two great performances within The Report and Marriage Story. He could have been easily nominated for either one. Joaquin will win, though. Sandman was the real winner. Yeah, man, totally agree. Connor Diaz, Brad Pitt and Ad Astra is better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I emoji. Honestly, agree with that. I think I would go as far as to say I think Ad Astra is his best performance. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is probably his most entertaining. Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job as Joker. Have you seen Spaceballs? It's a parody of Star Wars. I have. I love it. And Star Wars, he was the best thing about the movie. Absolutely. I'll contend this and say it. And I was actually, I'm planning on doing a video essay on Kylo Ren once the whole Star Wars saga comes out on Blu-ray. I think Kylo Ren is the best and most interesting, complicated, and most intriguing villain that Star Wars has ever had, and also one of the best characters Star Wars has ever had. So, yeah, we'll leave it at there. Now we go into the final thing, which is Best Picture. Woo! This is going to be a tough one. So the nominations were Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Well, who do I want to win this? Honestly, and it wasn't like, it was top 10 of me, but it was the lowest on my top 10. That's Jojo Rabbit. Will it win? No. I think it's a dark horse, but I don't think it'll win. Honestly, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood takes it. And that's my gut feeling. I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood takes it. Sam Mendes is going to get directing for 1917. I do think, though, 1917 is the front. Like, it's between this and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to win. It's one of the two is going to win it. I'm going to go with Hollywood, though. 1917 could win. Probably could. I'll probably sound like an idiot for saying that. But there's just something about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It has this momentum. There's something about Tarantino making this film. The Academy eats this type of stuff up. But they also eat war films, so that could be there. I also will say this. The dark horse in this is Joker. I usually would probably say Jojo Rabbit, but I would really say the dark horse is Joker. the Academy gave this so many nominations, and there just might be that thing of, well, it is good. I'm going to vote for it this time. Could happen that way. Ford v Ferrari, happy he got in there. The Irishman, happy. Marriage Story, Parasite, Little Women. Like I've already said, I don't think Parasite has this because it didn't get any of the acting nomination. And it did get director. It did get best feature or best international film. And that's why I say Bong Joon-ho is probably going to win for that one. They're going to give 1917 for director, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood would get best picture. But they could surprise us. Joker could win Best Picture because they'll give Tarantino Best Script for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is gonna be an interesting year because while there are like clear front runners at this point, it's still an interesting year because there's not completely clear front runners at all. So I'm gonna still say again, I'm kind of going back and forth. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will win this award. Who do I want to win? Honestly, any of these movies I'd be happy with winning. 1917 though is incredible. It's flipping masterpiece. I can't wait to see it again in the theaters. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood probably will win. Okay. All right. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood wins. Done. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is winning Best Picture. 1917 is going to be the runner-up. And then Joker is the major dark horse to win this award. Parasite is kind of easing and squeezing up. It's kind of the Parasite of this list, but it won't win. Jojo Rabbit could be a surprisingly dark... It just depends on how it goes in the next couple weeks. I don't think Jojo Rabbit wins. But the fact that it even got in is what surprised me. Same with the Little Women and Ford v Ferrari, but I don't see them winning. Again, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's award to lose. That's kind of where I'm going to go in with that whole category. Jumping back into the live chat again, 35 of you guys watching right now, and just so you guys know, since I did end that after I'm done reading the live chat, I want to be taking some of your live Q&A answers or questions and answers. So if you have no questions for me, put them down below. If we don't have any, I'm going to end the video early. So, thank you guys again so much for watching this. Again, if you're watching this on replay, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys in general for just joining these live streams, and look out for a bunch of Sundance content coming up soon. So let's go back through. Jonathan Pryce was good in Two Pup. Sandler, Edgerton, even Eddie Murphy were way better than him. So I'm in the camp. I thought Dolomite was a little overrated, but I will agree. Eddie Murphy was great. I think he gets nominated next year, though, for Coming to America, too. I'm so split with Phoenix and Driver because they are such a marvelous performers, and they've been winning in different ceremonies. Kylo Ren is so dumb. I totally disagree, man. Hollywood 100% needs to win Best Picture. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is the clear frontrunner. It also has the momentum it needs. It also won Critics' Choice this year, and it's the best predictor for Oscars. Yes, but the thing also is, so I'm in a critics group in Phoenix, Arizona, and we are like 85%, like 85 to 90% like accurate with what wins Best Actor. Well, not wins Best Actor, but Best Picture. We chose Joker. I'm just saying right now, that's a big indicator. I think we're gonna be wrong this year, but just saying. We were right on Green Book. We were the only freaking people that voted for Green Book. So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a lot of you guys are saying the same thing. Also, no Tarantino movie has ever won Best Picture before, so that's also in favor. It is in its favor, and I'm actually saying this. I think he retires. I think he retires. I know he said he's gonna do 10 films. I don't believe it if he wins. 1917 will win Best Picture but the PGAs aren't always on lock though. They have been the last couple of years, but there is still the slight thing. The other big thing kind of going against 1917, though, and winning is usually you need an acting nom, and didn't get anything. So we'll see. 1917, Hollywood is going to duke it out, but Parasite might be the dark horse. My 3 picks are Joker, Marriage Story, or Parasite. Paulo says I can make a solid case for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 1917, Parasite, Joker, and JoJo. It's crazy. Competition between 1917 and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. A lot of you guys are saying the exact same thing I'm saying. All in this whole thing. Can you rank the best anime feature in the Oscars after the Oscars 2020? I mean, I can do it right now. Toy Story 4, How to Train Your Dragon, Missing Link, Claws, and I lost my body in Claws. Joker might be like Lincoln. It got the most nominations, yet ended up with 2 awards. It ain't getting Best Picture. You never know. As much as I love Ford v Ferrari, chances of it winning Best Picture are low. It goes for a Netflix film winning 2. Can you rank the best anime? I just did that. Which year the best decade has the most good movies? I actually did a whole video on that. It was a live stream. Go check that out on the channel. Wait, when are the Oscars again? They are on February 9th, if I'm to be correct. Have you ever listened to Eminem's music To Be Murdered By? His new album. Yes, I have. All right, so I see a lot of you guys are kind of throwing in stuff in there. I just want to say again, thank you so much for watching. If you're catching this on replay again, this was a lot of fun. I am going to do some questions now, so if you want to keep joining in, feel free to. If not, it's all good. These were my Oscar picks for what's going to win. If you guys want to see me react to the awards, let me know. I've never done one of those videos because I don't like to watch the awards. I like kind of just popping in, seeing what. But if you guys are interested in it, I will do a video on it. We'll see. We'll see on that. We'll see. Or I might do a video kind of just talking about the. We'll see. Just let me know what you guys want. We'll talk there. Going back to the live chat. Who do you think will win SAG Ensemble? Do you think there will be any acting? Who are the SAG Ensemble for this year? Because let me look that up. SAG Award nominations. Let me look this one up. Okay. Why am I getting this giant? Outstanding performance by a cast in motion picture. We have Bombshell, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon. I think it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or Parasite, and this is kind of their best picture nom. So this is kind of a big thing right here. But I would love if Jojo Rabbit won. My God, but I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has it. What do you think is the worst horror movie ever made? Honestly, in recent memory, it's probably. I mean, The Grudge and The Ring are pretty bad. Those remakes, but. One that pisses me off is Sinister 2. I love the first Sinister, but I thought the second Sinister was garbage. What's an idea you want Adam Sandler to do for his bad? I don't want him to do bad movies. Don't. Just keep doing the movie. Like, do movies like this. Do you think there's any chance Little Women? Is there a chance? There's always a chance. I just don't think so because it's not getting pushed that hard. Have you seen Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover? I have not, but I actually want to after seeing that Flash stuff. There were rumors that Quentin Tarantino was. Yeah, there were rumors, but he came out and said, I'm not directing it. I wrote a script. If they need help, I'll help them, but I'm not directing it. Yes, please react. So people are asking for that reaction. We'll see if I get the. If more people want it, I'm going to do it. I think maybe 1917 gets visual effects over Endgame because aside from Ex Machina, some of the winners for Best Visual Effects are Best Picture nominees, but I'm cheering for Endgame to see it get a love. Yeah, I was so excited when Ex Machina got in. But yeah, guys, it looks like that's going to be it. No more questions are coming in, so thank you guys again so much for watching this. You guys seriously all the best. If you're catching those on the replay, make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this whole entire thing. And in general, thank you for joining me on this live stream early in the morning. Look out for a couple videos coming out in the next couple of days. I'm looking forward to talking with you guys. It's going to be a little bit of a slower week, maybe a little bit of a slower week next week because I am prepping for Sundance. So, but after Sundance, my God, it's going to be a busy, busy time. So thank you guys again so much for watching. And of course, until next time, stay classy.